Okay. How are we doing this? Is any sounds? Let me check and see the sound. The sound. Hello. Test, test. Good. Great. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Online in association with Round for Round Boxing, the new boxing game that's coming out on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 4. Congratulations to Round for Round fighter and Ruiz, the new unified heavyweight champion of the world. I said I saw it coming, and indeed it has happened. Ruiz has beaten Anthony Joshua. And typically, after a fight of this magnitude, we start getting stupid statements or silly statements like immediate rematch and all or nothing. And it automatically tells me that the people that are behind Anthony Joshua don't have a grip of reality. And there's an arrogance that Hearn speaks of. Eddie Hearn, they interviewed Eddie Hearn afterwards, and they asked Eddie Hearn the question, okay, so, or he came out and made a statement. Hearn made a statement. He went, well, Anthony Joshua should be beating the likes of Ruiz. Really? Should he be beating the likes of Ruiz? When you're a seriously flawed fighter and you have a chin that's less than solid, and you open up yourself to getting cracked. He said, when Ruiz went down, you looked like the fight was over. He got hit with a good shot. He went down. But I could have told you that Ruiz trades with Joshua. He stands in the pocket. He's a slugger. So what does Joshua do? He rushes straight forward and tries to get Ruiz out of there. Now, we must learn from heavyweight history. We have another fighter in the UK by the name of David Price. Have we not learnt the lesson from that? David Price, unbeaten fighter, fights Tony Thompson. Gets dropped early against Thompson. People say, premature stoppage. One commentator even said, it was a lucky punch over at Box Nation. I wasn't happy because it wasn't a lucky punch. It exposed what we already knew about David Price. His chin was questionable. That which is in the dark will come out in the light. So, with regard to boxing, then what they did, they went for the automatic rematch. Price got done again, but it was even worse. What you have to understand is this wasn't like a one-punch shot, lucky, landed, and went over. Ruiz took control of the fight. He got on the front foot, and he pushed Joshua back, exposing many holes in Anthony Joshua. Distance, timing, technical work. The jab doesn't know how to tie up. And when he does get hit on the chin, he freezes like a robot. Doesn't know how to respond. All the things, the trainer, the communication between the trainer and the fighter, all the things that we speak about and spoken about time and time and time again. It's all come home now, hasn't it? And then you talk about immediate rematch and all or nothing. Really? That's the way you treat your prized possession, all or nothing. So instead of rehabilitating his career, you're trying to push him into a fight where he could get knocked out again. Anthony Joshua mentally is weak. I don't think he's strong mentally. I really don't. That's hence why you never see him parade himself around Deontay Wilder. Hence why you never saw him turn up to a Deontay Wilder fight and face off with Deontay Wilder. Hence why he wasn't, when you saw when you saw Joshua in America the first time round, he was at that basketball game, he was looking around, terrified. Hence why he was getting knocked out and sparring constantly. Ruben, I warned you, but you don't listen. You didn't listen. Bashir didn't listen. I hope now you respect me a bit more and put more respect in my name. But anyway, so, and Joyce is next, by the way. Joyce is next to get it. So, we have to learn from mistakes. James Ali Bashir was already called. He spoke to him early on. Go back and look at the video before this. We have to look at what is and not make things up. And they're continuing still disrespecting John Ruiz. This is not the first time. This is with the Isaac Dogba fight, when Dogba got his ass kicked the first time round. And I said if they have the rematch, Dogba's getting himself knocked out and quicker. And this is what happened. Immediate rematches do not suit the guy that's been beaten. Generally, they don't suit him. Kovalev, Alvarez is a little different. I don't know how the hell that happened. But generally, rematches don't work out that way. AJ has too many deficiencies. I wasn't confident about AJ beating Ruiz in the first place, the first time round. Now he's been knocked out by Ruiz. You're going to stick him straight back in the ring against Ruiz? Absolute ridiculous. Yes, I spoke to James Ali Bashir straight after the fight. I called him straight away, and then he called me back, and then we spoke on the show. He said he apologized for not getting it right. Andy Ruiz will be better in a rematch because he knows all he has to do is hit AJ on the chin. AJ moves back in straight lines. AJ does not have a jab. He didn't look himself. He looked completely himself. He looked the same guy to me. I said this to you, Ruben, before he went to America. I told you, some people, when they travel to America, they shine. Other people, when they go to America, they flop. The rematch has David Price written all over it. When he rematches Thompson, back-to-back defeats would end his career. That's what I'm saying. You see the Warrior Code. You see what I'm talking about there. Now, AJ had no jab, first and foremost. He has gotten worse. He's regressed as a fighter. Where was the jab? Why were you fighting at mid-range with a guy that is a mid-range specialist? Why? Why were you trading with a guy that's dangerous? That's how Ruiz fights. You study tape on Ruiz. You study tape on Ruiz. I told you, Ruiz, when you hit Ruiz, that's where Ruiz opens up. What AJ should have done is use the jab. Straight. Where was the double jab and right hand combination? What was AJ doing? Pouring with a jab. Pouring with a jab. You want to bring a rematch. So what can they do between now and November to make the changes? What adjustments can they make? No matter what train they bring in now, the adjustments they cannot make fundamental adjustments. The chin, for example. The first thing, the chin. That can't be changed. So you put that to one side. The heart can't be changed. The boxing brain can't be changed. Not in the space of, 4 or 5 months? No, sir. No, sir. The left hand's going to drop low again. And he'll have a better training camp, and he's got a good trainer in there. So you tell me. This is talk of rematch. Hearn is arrogant. The arrogance of the man to say we should be beating the likes of Andy Ruiz. Why should you be beating the likes of Andy Ruiz? You're so damn entitled. We should be beating the likes of Andy Ruiz. Why should you be beating the likes of Andy Ruiz? What gives you the entitlement to think you can just beat Andy Ruiz? To me, Andy Ruiz came into that fight as an unbeaten fighter. Because I didn't think Josie Parker beat him. Why should you be? We should beat Ruiz. We should be beating the likes of Ruiz. Like Ruiz is some domestic fighter. Why? It's that sort of entitlement. That sort of, well, we deserve it. No, you don't. You don't. Who next if not Ruiz? Find a decent trainer. get James Ali-Bashir. When James Ali-Bashir and Joshua were working together in the Klitschko camp, Joshua missed a trick there. That's who should have been training him. He should have had Bashir in his training camp, not McCracken. But I've been saying this for ages. England, strange question, but tongue-in-cheek, really. But do you think Frank Warren's reaction was to this result behind closed doors? Laughing his head off. AJ just had to fight like he did versus Parker High Guard. No. He couldn't do that. He couldn't do that because you got different guys. Parker's what, 6'4", 6'5". Ruiz is 6'2", 6'3". Different dimensions, different style of fighting. So if he tried that crap against Parker for Ruiz, Ruiz would have done the same thing. You can't use the same strategy for one guy with another guy. Parker didn't come to win the heavyweight championship of the world. He didn't come. He came to get paid. That's what Parker did. He didn't come to win. He was too scared of getting hit by AJ. He was in awe of AJ when he fought AJ. Ruiz didn't give a damn. So I don't agree with that. So you're going to go on an immediate rematch. So the mindset is all or nothing. What an idiot. What absolute idiot. Have you not learned? Have you not learned your lesson? You got whooped tonight. Not because AJ was sloppy, because Andy Ruiz was good. So the first thing is, if you're going to take the rematch, some things you critically need to understand. 1, Andy Ruiz is a damn good fighter. Admit that. 2, you box like a clown. 3, you've got no jab. 4, you've got no distance and space and time as to when to throw your shots. Now, for all the people out there, and I hope you're out there, you haters, all you haters out there, keep pushing the thumbs down button. Well, I'm giving you 2 thumbs up. But check this out. If you want to turn around and tell me Deontay Wilder's got poor technique, let me put this argument up to you. AJ ain't got a better jab than Deontay Wilder. And AJ ain't got a better right hand than Deontay Wilder. So talk to me about technique. Talk to me about technique. You let a man 6'3" with short arms out jab you, get close and punch you up. Literally punch you up. And I said to you guys in the beginning of all this, said to you that AJ, if AJ gets hurt by Ruiz, Ruiz will jump at him and he'll throw 4-5 punches because he's an explosive type of guy. So anybody who's asking for AJ to take a rematch in September or November do not understand boxing, not got a clue. You're talking too much emotion. AJ ain't ready for Ruiz. Mentally, physically, emotionally. You're all talking kind of ego stuff. Learn from what happened with David Price. Learn what happened with Isaac Dogba. Learn what happened with Groves and Froch. Immediate rematches do not bode well for the guy that got knocked out generally. And it's not like people say, oh, Joshua looked gassed. It's not the first time Joshua looked gassed. Joshua looked gassed when he fought Dillian White. Joshua looked gassed when he fought Klitschko. Joshua looked gassed when he fought Takam. So I don't know what people are saying, oh, Joshua looks gassed. Because you guys, some of you guys have got you're delusional. You can't see what your fighter is. He had no jab. His stamina was questionable. I said it. And he had a young man in the ring, not a 42-year-old that hadn't fought for 2 years. That is still Joshua's best fight. The Klitschko fight. Why didn't he keep it along with 1-2s? Oh, we're all smart after the event. Because he hasn't got a boxing IQ to do that. Got too much involved and paid for it. CB Sports TV. My brother, how you doing? Where are all the AJ fans now? Where are they exactly? They're going to desert him because they're not loyal people. They're going to jump down to Andy Ruiz now and start telling everybody Andy Ruiz is the best heavyweight in the world and Andy Ruiz is going to beat Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz is going to beat Tyson Fury. No, it's not going to happen. Andy Ruiz is good. He doesn't beat Wilder. Simple reason. The jab. Wilder's jab is like a shotgun. That's going to be in Ruiz's face. And you see how AJ was hitting with a jab? If slow-ass AJ can hit Ruiz with a jab and he can put him down with the right hand, then that same right hand that Joshua can hit him with is the same right hand that Wilder can hit him with. And we all know what Wilder's power is like. So stop it. Stop it. Drugs. Stop taking drugs. The next thing is Fury. Fury's going to play with him. You just outpoint him. Don't think Fury will knock Ruiz out, but outpoint him. He'll jab, he'll box, he'll mix him around, he'll hold him up, he'll tie him up, he'll lay on the ropes and do that nonsense. That's the sort of guy that Fury likes. Them kind of guys Fury likes. Yeah? Come like AJ weren't trying through arrogance definitely came into play and man got a shock. Too muscle bound, isn't it? Isn't. He gasses after a few combinations. Bruno all over again. I told you this was Bruno 2.0. Did I not say this? Anyone's been watching me, call me a AJ hater. Oh, where's all those guys? Mohammed, where are you? Come in the room. Mohammed Ahmed, come in the room. Who's always coming and telling me I'm an AJ hater. Come in the room, man. AJ got bashed up. No other way to look at it. I think Ruiz's height is inflated. He's around 5'10 or 6'4". Joshua struggled with a short opponent. Okay. AJ, problem is he's too inactive. Even if he was active, he'd still get chinned. It doesn't matter how active you are, your chin is still your chin. Yeah? Your chin doesn't get better by being active. If Amir Khan fought 5 of the best welterweights and they're all big punchers, that's 5 knockout defeats he's experiencing. Forget about just being active. It's got nothing to do with AJ just being active. Activity does matter. It's key. But boxing fundamentals, if you can be active and flawed. He's a flawed fighter. Now I like AJ, I'm here. Good. Ingram, will Ruiz be number 1 on BoxRec now? You think Dave Allen is 20? Listen, Dave Allen versus Andy Ruiz. Listen, they'll try and make that fight happen. If AJ don't take the fight straight away. Is this the end of the AJ era? Yes, it is. Absolutely. Because you've seen a man dropped several times and knocked out. He's done. Done. All them big muscles don't count for everything because everyone watch the tape back and go, look, you see this guy there? Look at him. Look how he fell over. Look how he fell over. Look how he fell over. He can't block a left hook. He cannot block a left hook. He cannot stop a left hook. The same left hook he got hurt with, Dillian White with, the same left hook I told you guys about, it's the same left hook that started the trouble for AJ. Ain't improving. He needs Bashir in his corner. The zone needs to make September the full of rematch. The month of rematches. Perfect promotion to sell. Who would you like to see AJ fight if not the rematch? I would like AJ to get rid of his team. His current team in terms of his training camps. I would like AJ to employ James Ali Bashir. I think he's the best trainer in the world. And I say that, here's some things. Best trainers in the world, right? Okay, let's go for them. Tonight, Adam Booth. What did he do for Josh Kelly? Josh Kelly got his ass well and truly beat up tonight. What did he do for Josh Kelly? Niente, nothing. Next. Who's next? Rob McCracken. What did Rob McCracken do for AJ tonight? Niente, nothing. Next. What did Virgil Hunter do for Brazil? Niente, nothing. Next. What did Katie Taylor's trainer do for her tonight? Niente, nothing. Next. The sign of a good trainer is that when things are going wrong in a fight or you can see things are not going right, is making adjustments. Like, for example, Katie Taylor's fight tonight. At what point did the girls fighting like this? All here is open. But Katie Taylor still persisting to throw hooks. What happened to your uppercut? What happened to uppercut left hook? What happened to tucking in tight? Get close. Double up your jab. Push the girl back. Get on her chest. Throw uppercuts. Throw left hooks. Work the body. What was all that? Katie Taylor pulling back with chin in the air. And what's the other guy's name? What's the boy's name? Josh Kelly. What's this? When was this boxing? When was that boxing? What's this? What is that? Is that boxing? Is that how people win fights? Is that how people win fights? What, assaulting the ropes and getting hit on the chin? Is that how people win fights? Is that how you get a draw? And that is what you call a world-class fighter. That's the guy who's going to be a world champion. Get the hell out of here, man. AJ needs to drop the weight. If AJ drops the weight, he gets dropped even faster. That's exactly what I said. Don't rematch Ruiz straight away. Build his career confidence first. Ruiz can do it again. He can fight Ruiz later. My advice to AJ, take some time out. First thing you do is get rid of Robert McCracken. Not disrespect to Robert McCracken. You're done. Get rid of Robert McCracken and get in a trainer who's got 50 years experience in the world of boxing, who's worked with you before, worked with Klitschko, knows the back of the hand of Klitschko, and come back from that knockout defeat, set up a proper training camp, learn how to hit pads properly, learn how to put your punches together properly, learn how to have a great jab. Lennox Lewis is a great heavyweight. What did he go and do? He went to Emmanuel Stewart. Next best thing is get you James Ali Bashir. But you ain't going to do that. You probably run off to Adam Booth. You're even better going off to Dillian White's trainer. You think I'm joking? Dillian White has made more progression in his boxing career and his skill set to AJ. And AJ is the Olympic gold medalist. Lennox took some bad losses, but he wasn't exposed in the same way. No, Lennox got knocked out with one shot. One shot. AJ got beat up. There's a difference. Lennox got knocked out with one shot. Yeah? This guy got beat up. Oh my God. Booth has a track record. Look what he did with Hay. Yeah. All right. Look, what did he do with Hay? In the biggest fight of his career, what did he do? He couldn't get inside of Klitschko. What was the game plan? Don't talk rubbish, Ruben. Don't talk rubbish. In all fairness, Robinson was a hell of a step-up fight for PBK. Are you asking me or are you telling me? I knew Robinson from BWTM. The BWTM interviews we've done with him. So we knew what Robinson was about. We knew what Robinson was about. I wasn't the one that was shocked about what was going on. Hi, Ingram. I think Ruiz will make much greater improvements for the rematch than AJ ever could. He's cerebral and calculated. I think a bad move would be to have an immediate rematch. Well, I agree with you there. Great to have you in the room, Angel. At the end of the day, Hearn says, oh, it's all or nothing. That's what you do with your cash cow. That's how you put your cash cow out there. All or nothing. Terrible. Bad management. Bad. AJ out there fighting with one hand up instead of using a high guard like he's known for. Left hook and stern jabs exposed this paper champ. AJ looks sloppy and inaccurate due to inactivity. Don't make excuses. Don't make excuses. I told you what was going to happen to AJ before the fight. Don't come excuses now and say he was inactive. Because if AJ had knocked out Ruiz now, you'd turn around and said that AJ is the best thing since sliced bread and called out the Wilder fight. Don't talk shit now. Don't talk shit. Because I'll expose you all. Don't talk shit. Don't talk shit. AJ was inactive. When he dropped Ruiz, you weren't saying AJ was inactive, were you? When Ruiz was on his ass, he went inactive. When AJ got clocked with that left hook by Dillian White, he was active then, wasn't he? What's changed? Don't talk shit, man. Don't talk shit. Be honest. Give Ruiz the credit he deserves. As he'll get knocked out again. AJ, all these skills. Do you know what a left jab is? Look at Wilder. That's a left jab. Look at Larry Holmes. That's a left jab. Look at Lennox Lewis. That's a left jab. Ramrod jab in a person's face. Knock their head back. Everyone talking about how AJ has all-round skills. Do you think he does now? No, I never thought he had all-round skills. At first, when I said, go back and listen to my tapes, I've always said he never had a jab. and I said he's not defensively sound. Because AJ is very much like Amir Khan. They both are exciting when they go forward, but when they go forward, they're vulnerable to getting hit back. Do you believe he does? Because all these so-called experts talking shit. What do you think? I think he needs a proper trainer. He never had a proper trainer. He needs to go James Elbashir. Thought Ruiz had looked bad on scales coming in career heavies, but he was enough to beat AJ. What? Listen, this is not the middleweight division. This is not the cruiserweight division. This is the heavyweight division. Nothing to do with his weight, right? It's to do with his boxing ability. And I didn't care about his weight. If he was heavy and he was happy, good for him. So he's good. And he's got a world-class trainer in his corner. A world-class trainer in his corner. A world-class trainer that had studied the fight. They knew that Ruiz's left hook was key. They knew that AJ would engage. And you notice, not just the left hook, the right hand into the gut. Remember he threw the right hand to the gut? Took more energy out of AJ. And the next round, what happened? The 2 points I made about Dillian Whyte. The left hook Dillian Whyte landed and the body shot that Dillian Whyte landed. And the same two things happened to AJ. I don't care. I'm no damn AJ fan. I'm giving an unbiased opinion. Ingram, does Whyte beat AJ in rematch? I said, and I said it before, and I said it again. Dillian Whyte avoid Deontay Wilder, but chase the AJ fight down. That's why AJ didn't want the fight. You see that left hook? You see the left hook that knocked out Chisora? See the left hook that dropped Parker? That left hook would have landed on Joshua's chin. And this time, it would have knocked Joshua out. Believe me. Do you think he has better skills than Wilder? Do you think he has better skills than Wilder and AJ? Quite. Who? Whyte? No. I don't think he's got better skill set than Wilder. Ruiz beat AJ with a 6-week training camp. Not a good look for AJ. Exactly. Exactly. But he had... Well, that's actually technically not true. Because he had the training camp for the Dimitrenko fight. And then he had the 6-week camp for AJ. So he had back-to-back fights. Remember that. Much like Robinson, we had back-to-back fights. AJ quit. AJ quit, I agree. You know what? And now, wait for it. Remember I told you about what happens when AJ loses his fight? Watch what happens to AJ now. All these people are going to start leaving, desert him now. Leaving, go. The tide is going to turn now on AJ. Eddie lost his cash cow. I'm glad. I'm happy. I'm delighted. Robinson got robbed tonight. That Pearson girl got robbed tonight. Callum Smith was in with Nadam, 35-year-old Nadam. No business being. Well, he wasn't ranked. I was even ranked in the super middleweight division. Terrible fight. Boatsy against who? Periban. Terrible fights. Terrible fights. And Coyle against Algieri. Terrible fights. Yeah, Devin Haney, new cash cow. Well, if they manage him the way they manage other fighters, then it's trouble. Do you think he quit? I just listened to an interview by Wilder. He's upset AJ quit. End of Matchroom in Sky. I heard Hay and Adam Smith talking about rematches at Wembley. LOL. What a joke. Send them to your call. Listen. These guys don't know what to say. They put a camera stuck in their face and a microphone. They don't know what to say. You know they don't know. They don't know. Just because they were good fighters, just because Hay was a decent fighter, doesn't mean he actually makes sense. Half the time, Hay makes predictions. If Hay tells you somebody's going to win the fight, you can be guaranteed the other guy's going to win the fight. I'm not. I think AJ can be a better fighter, but he's going to depend on what he does now. He's going to have to be strong. I don't know how strong he is mentally. And there are people there said that Andy Ruiz couldn't punch. Told you. Doesn't move his head. He needs to train with Bashir. I don't think he's got heart and he's mentally weak. Actually, Arthur Jones III is about to be a superstar for Matchroom here in the States. That's nice. But all those great big plans. Ruiz, I'd like Ruiz to go and take a voluntary defense against Michael Hunter. Michael Hunter against Andy Ruiz. Or Andy Ruiz versus Hughie Fury. I'd see that fight as well. Got to be honest, I didn't think Ruiz was a puncher. He did lock down Dimitrenko. And if you look at his resume, he's got a lot of points wins. Yeah, but Dimitrenko's got a good chin. Dimitrenko's got a good chin. And Dimitrenko and Joshua fight two different ways. I was hanging with Michael Hunter at the Haney fight. Cool dude. Yeah, he's a really nice guy. He's been on the channel as well. Ruiz, fast hands, accurate. Did say it. You've got to start, boxing fans, you've got to start looking at fighters for what they do rather than what you'd like them to do. Joshua's got no jab. He doesn't know distance, space, and timing. If I was managing Anthony Joshua, I'd say, all right, son. All right, come here. You can be heavyweight champion of the world again. But we need to make this a 2-year journey, a 2-year journey. So now you don't just want to be heavyweight champion of the world. You want to be undisputed champion. And you want to be not just a belt holder, keeping things warm. So what I want you to do is get James Ali Bashir as your trainer. And I want you to go on some rehabilitation fights. Rehabilitation fights. Working on distance, speed, timing, footwork. AJ's footwork is terrible as well. Timing, using the jab, knowing when to engage and when not to engage. That will come from lots of sparring. And that will also come from quality sparring. And I think a lot of AJ's confidence goes from these sparring. You keep getting knocked out in sparring. That can't be good for you. And then I would get him in a rehabilitation fights. I'd get him working behind, get him fighting more like a Klitschko. I mean, he's working more defense first. Question, would Ruiz have been better if he was low 200 pounds? No. Because if he was low 200 pounds, he got hit with the impact of that right hand, what would have happened? Yeah, that's it. Why do people, I don't know, are you a dietitian or a sports scientist or something like that? Because people are really caught up in Ruiz's weight. And it's you people who were criticizing, not you, but the people out there criticized Ruiz because he was fat and he was overweight. That's the reason why Ruiz stopped boxing. He stopped boxing and he went back into the construction trade. That's what Abel Sanchez told me. Because Abel Sanchez was training Ruiz. So Ruiz comes back. And thanks, like I did in my video, thanks to the haters, Ruiz is now unified champion. Ingram, what do you think about the scorecards at the time of the stoppage? Two judges had Ruiz up by 1 round. The other judge had AJ up by 1 round. Well, judging by the Robertson fight, where he was a clear winner over Kelly, and judging by the Katie Taylor fight, where she got beat up over 10 rounds, they were looking for AJ to win the fight in points, clearly. If fight went distance, AJ would have got the win. Hello, with 4 knockdowns. Yeah, I don't think they could have sold that. I mean, yeah, but I'm happy now. I'm delighted. I'm delighted. I'm delighted. I am delighted. At least now, all the garbage, all the fanboyism will stop. I know people are going about Fury, but he's next. Fury's next. RSA Dynamics, how are we doing? Fury's next. Fury's next. After Ortiz gets wiped out, Fury's next in line. with Wilder. I'm telling you now, because Fury's chin, this is the problem. You can skate around the ring and move around the ring all you want, but that right hand, you can move around the ring, you can do all this stuff. That right hand on the chin of Fury from Wilder, and he's going to be a better fighter this time round. So you're saying AJ should take a rematch and let Ruiz take those straps to PBC Showtime? I'm saying if you want to see Anthony Joshua have a long career, you stay away from Anthony Ruiz until he can learn how to box properly. I did, didn't I? Thought AJ was the new Lennox. I said he was Bruno 2.0. Listen, the comparisons are disgusting. Bruno sold HP Sauce. AJ sells Lucozade. Ingram, who do you think would give Wilder his first loss? He potentially could have had two already. Why do I want to see people get losses? He potentially could beat him. A guy who can get on the inside. So the way you beat Wilder, for me, the way you beat Wilder is similar to the way you beat Joshua, similar to the way you beat Usyk, similar to the way you beat Golovkin, same in the similar way you would beat Lomachenko. All the same way. You have to get, see here? See this area here? Here. Here to here. This area here. That's where these guys, the Lomachenkos, the Furies, the Wilders, the Usyks, this area here is where you need to get to these guys. They look great because you're always at the end of that. That's where Joshua should have had Ruiz tonight. But instead, you had this look here. That's what he had when he was boxing. You had this hand here, floating around here somewhere. And all that was open. All that was exposed. Ortiz ain't pulling nothing out of no bag. Ortiz is getting starched within 4 rounds. 4 rounds, I tell you. 4 rounds. I don't know. I don't like the fight for White. I do not like the fight for White. I didn't like the fight for Bright Jennings against Rivas. I didn't like the fight when it was called. And I don't like this fight for Dillian White. Don't like it. Not one bit. Do not like it. It's a dangerous, dangerous fight, Oscar Rivas. Dangerous fight. I'm betting Oscar Rivas. Dangerous fight, man. Dangerous fight. Dangerous fight. Still undefeated. A puncher with both hands. Stamina questionable. But he outdid Bright Jennings in the last round. A dangerous fight. And Rivas beat Pulev in the amateurs. And Rivas was that list. He was in that list of guys. The next batch of heavyweights that would go on. And people have kind of forgotten about Rivas. Dangerous fighter. The only problem with Rivas is his eyes. I want to make sure his eyesight's okay. In a way, it'll probably be good if these heavyweights start losing, shake it up a bit. Oscar is scrappy. Don't you worry about that. Don't worry about that. Because if Dillian White doesn't keep him at distance and he allows the scrap, there's problems. White has slow feet and plodding. Bro, seriously though, why are you happy AJ lost? For me, should have not made the alleged disgrace to the black race comment as it was racist. Although I do like him. I don't know about that. I don't know how it could be racist from one black man to another black man. The only people that have a problem with the black man, the superior race, when it was talking from one black man to another black man, is people out of the community. People out of the community don't understand that that's how black people talk to one another on a daily basis. It's just people out of the community that have no idea of how we talk to one another. It's very often that black people call other black people Uncle Toms, and it's no big thing, not a big biggie. The people who are offended about it are some of the people that are offended, but not all of them. But some of the people who are offended by it are some of the biggest racists out there. Okay? I don't understand how it can be racist, though. It cannot be racist. If one black man is talking to another black man, how can it be racist? And he's talking about superior race. Okay? I like Rivas a lot from a betting standpoint. Rivas is dangerous. Rivas is extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous. I'm not gloating at AJ's loss. I'm just finally relieved that the words I've said have come full circle. The chickens have come home to roost. People keep saying they're looking, you're talking crap, or you're talking rubbish, you're an AJ hater. No, I just hate poor boxing. I just hate when people are trying to tell me could Dubois and Joyce beat AJ now? Listen, but didn't both of those guys drop AJ and knock him out in sparring? Really? Why rematch in UK? I don't know. I think the rematch should be Mexico, personally. They're only thinking it's racist because the word superior is used. Definitely racist ones themselves. I agree. Joyce gives AJ trouble. Oh, my God. I'm going to say, regardless of what Sam Jones thinks, Joe Joyce is an accident waiting to happen. I warned you about AJ and I'm warning you about Joyce. He's an accident waiting to happen. It hasn't happened yet. It's an accident waiting to happen. Slow feet, slow hands, fights with a chin, fights with his face, and he's got Adam Booth as his trainer. I'm telling you, it's coming. So Joe Joyce, it's only a matter of time because you cannot get away at top-level heavyweight fighting like that. You can't. Ruben, I'm looking forward to Joyce versus Jennings. I really am. I'm looking forward to that fight. It just depends on how much time Jennings has had to train and what he does in the fight, and whether he's a mover. He's got good footwork, so he can give Joyce a lot of problems. It's a good fight. But I don't know how much is left of Brian Jennings based on he's been knocked out. He's come back off a knockout defeat. Just don't know how much is left of Brian Jennings. I've seen Brian Jennings fought big guys who've got better footwork and less. I remember what he did he fought Dimitrenko. It's a big guy. So Jennings has got the ability to beat Joyce. No doubt about it in my mind. He's got the ability to beat him. Whether he does beat him is another matter altogether. Like I said, here, mentally, on how much Jennings has got left and how much he wants it. But from what I'm seeing of Jennings, he's putting the work in. He's running, doing a lot of work, a lot of running. But I don't think those sparring sessions with Chisora did him any favors. Right. That's it from me. Again, just to repeat, ridiculous that AJ should take a rematch against Ruiz. He's got too many flaws. And he needs to improve. Now changing gears, I'm a huge Mighty Mo fan. Mo Hooker versus Ramirez is a close to being down 140 is a favorite. Cheers, Ingram. Nice conversation. Thank you very much, Warrior Code. Right, I'm out of here. I need to get some rest. Yeah. It will be interesting to see what happens over the next couple of weeks. I sincerely hope, for the sake of AJ and AJ supporters, that they don't take this rematch in November, as Hearn's talking, because that would be an absolute disaster. It was an absolute disaster when I sat down in front of Bob Arum, and Bob Arum looked at me and said, I'm going to try and get Dogbo in for a rematch against the guy that kicked his ass. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're sticking a young fighter who got his ass kicked the first time round, and he's going to get his ass kicked again. Neho. Now he's going to move up in weight. He's going to get his ass kicked again. Tony Thompson all over again, 2.0. Will need rest of day to get over shock. Dogbo is my guy too. Well, it is what it is. Thank you all so much. Now, also, don't forget to check out on the channel Ray Robinson, his thoughts on Josh Kelly. Go back and listen to that. Tunde Ajayi giving us the very latest on Kovalev versus Yard. Tunde Ajayi telling us that Kovalev didn't do the VADA testing. So that doesn't look good for the fight to be on. And the other thing is, they said they're quite happy to fight Ramirez, the former super middleweight champion at light heavyweight. He's number one contender for the WBO title. So Ramirez and Yard we might see fight. Do you think Robinson got robbed? More than robbed. He got robbed 7 rounds to 3 and 8 rounds to 2. 7 rounds to 3 for the Robinson fight and 8 rounds to 2 for the Katie Taylor fight. Haven't seen you fight. Yeah, it is worth watching to see how terrible Josh Kelly is. I listen. I like good fighters. I like to watch good boxing. Right? I like Usyk. I love to see Usyk box. I like to see Lomachenko box. Skill, boxing ability, footwork, head movement. I like to see all those things. I don't like you selling me garbage and then telling me if they're world class. I don't like it. That's all my beef is. Just be honest and say to me, you know what? He's a good fighter, but when you start telling me that he's a global superstar, how can a person be a global superstar when it's their first fight in America? That can be a global superstar. That's not global. Booth kept saying Kelly is the most talented guy he's ever worked with. He's full of shit. Sorry. He's full of shit. And I remember Adam Booth back in the day when I turned around and I said on my channel that Fury versus Hay wouldn't happen. And Adam Booth said, those people on YouTube are full of shit. They're having a dig at me. They're full of shit. Did the fight ever happen? Did the fight ever happen? Wonder why, don't you? Bodybuilder versus boxer. The landlord got evicted by a fat midget. Oh, dear. And then AJ, all them memes are going to be going around. Do you think that damage put miles on the clock? A few knockdowns? I don't know. I think that the scar of AJ is going to be mental because he's been knocked out now in the ring as a pro, not as an amateur, not in sparring. Do you think Hay would have caused Tyson any problems? No, I don't. Especially if, but I don't think so, no. Not hating, just saying. I want to see Robinson versus Crawford for a nice, stay busy fight. But 2 draws, it ain't happening. I'm sure Robinson versus Caval. Robinson is not promoted. That's why he's getting hell at the moment. Ingram, what did you make of AJ after the fight? He seemed way too casual, like he wasn't that bothered. Yeah, pressure off the shoulders, isn't it? Pressure off the shoulders. Well, you look at David. It's still, remember, he's got to put a smile on the face, smile, look cool, look humble. He's got to stay with the old PR. But when he gets home or when he gets behind dressing, behind closed doors, he'll be crying his eyes out and then the depression will set in. Because, see, it's shock at the moment. He's shocked. At the moment for AJ, it's shock. And then from shock, it's realization, to anger, to questions, to depression. It's a very, very difficult time for our fighter. Cunningham dropped Tyson with the overhand right. Cunningham is was a unified champion. Cunningham, good fighter, and he's and that's when Tyson was clowning around. One man looked good, the other boxed well. Spent too much time in the weight room and not enough in the ring. Yeah, true. Who's been knocked down in professional more? AJ or Price? AJ in 5 knockdowns now, I think. Brave but poor, same time. AJ tried to keep it cool. Defo cried in cab home. He didn't even show up to post-fight presser. Well, no, because he'd get rinsed at a presser. What heavyweight champion of the world do you know gives his belts to the opponent? What heavyweight champion of the world do you know comes in a ring, laying back on the ropes, getting a massage on his shoulders? What heavyweight champion you know does that? What heavyweight champion, real heavyweight champion, does that? I'm done, people. I'm done. I'm absolutely done. I'm done. It's not just about automatic rematch. It's about here. Mental mindset. AJ needs Ali Bashir. I've said it already. I'm done. Have a good night.